What's going on?
Let me take my name badge off.
Hi guys, it's me. I've never really tried making a vlog before. I didn't really ever feel like it was my thing, but I'm gonna give it a go. This video is about one of those days, which I've had. We've all had those days where just everything that can go wrong does go wrong, and I'm just gonna tell you what has happened today because I feel like I need to vent, I need to get it out somewhere, and I'm just gonna like unload all this anger and frustration onto you. Day starts off fine, except for I sleep through my alarm. Oh crap, I've got to get ready for work. I get into work, everything's fine. At lunchtime, I'm like, you know what I need? I want my iPhone in white. I'm gonna change the back and front plate from black to white. Nothing can go wrong. Was I wrong? So on my lunch break, I get a 45-minute lunch break. I'm gonna go to the market in Milton Keynes to one of those one of those phone repair store things that they have, and I take my phone and I'm like, hey guys, can I have a new front plate and back plate? And he's like, yeah, that will be £50, mate. I'm like, £50? That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I must be getting good quality stuff here. So I'm like, do you guys take card? And they're like, no, we only take cash. So I'm like, okay, cool. Here's my phone. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go get some money because they said it would take half an hour. So I'm like, okay, get some money, go to an ATM. I try and draw £70. The £70 gets taken out of my account, but it doesn't get drawn, and it was like a NatWest or somewhere like that. So I walk into NatWest, I'm like, hi Amy, I just wanted to ask you what I could do if the ATM hasn't drawn my money. She's like, well, that's not really something we deal with unless you're with us, so you might have to go to Barclays and get them to sort it out. Yeah, sorry. And I'm like, right, well, your slogan is like helpful banking, which is like the epitome of irony, right? So I'm like, okay, thank you, you've been very helpful. Now my break's running out, so I run to Barclays and I wait in this huge fucking queue, and I finally speak to this woman called Jo, and she's very helpful, she was lovely, and she told me that, no, that's fine, it'll take about 2 days to get my money back in my account. So she draws some money for me and I go back to the stand. They have my iPhone for me. He hasn't put the cover on properly, so I'm like, hey, what's going on here? He's like, oh, sorry mate, carry on screwing it on, and he gives it to me and I pay him. So I walk back to work because I'm late. Then I try and use it and the home button doesn't work. Really? I turn around and start walking back to the stand to like, hey guys, can you fix this please? And as they've closed their shutters as I have left. And I've gone back and I'm knocking and there's like no one is answering. Like, what? Maybe because they're probably Muslim, so they're probably praying. So anyway, I go back from my lunch break and I'm late. And luckily no one notices. After work, I go back to the store and my phone starts working. So I'm like, okay, sweet, maybe it was a problem, maybe I need to turn it off and turn it back on. But I noticed that the actual screen isn't good quality at all. It's got like black bars down the side and the top and bottom, and when you tilt the screen, it sort of goes like inverted, like the colors, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is shit, it's not worth £50. I go back to the market, and the guy's like, sorry, we don't do refunds on screens. Really? Did you charge me £50 for this? This is not. He was like, no, well, we're about to close up, so come back tomorrow. You leave us your phone for a few hours. I'm like, a few hours? Why? Why a few hours? Like, because Saturday's a busy day. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So I go to the Apple store to see if they can fix it, and they're like, no, because that's not our screen. Surely it's illegal for someone to be selling screens with the Apple logo on. And they're like, yeah, well, it is illegal. Okay, this is a certified marketplace, right? Why are they selling illegal stuff? This is it. This is 2013. Like, I think the police or someone should have more of a handle on stuff like this. So there's nothing they can do. And now, when you look at my phone, let's just adjust. So as bright as you can see this right now is how I see it, and see, like, you have to sort of tilt it and do that. So there's that, okay, there's that whole thing with my iPhone. I had planned on going to TGI Fridays with a friend of mine called Laura and then meeting up with some work friends. But because of all this that went on, I only managed to get here back home at like 6:30, which would have given me half an hour to get ready and go out to dinner. So I told my friend Laura, I was like, look, sorry, I don't know if I'm gonna make it tonight, but you can come here and we can like order some Chinese or something. Because I told her that I might not be able to make it tonight, she then went and made plans with friends. And then I was like, hey, you can come over if you want. She was like, sorry, I've already made plans. And then Adam's already made plans, and no one, you know, is really free to come around, and plus I don't know if I want anyone to come around because I'm feeling so shit and depressed. Also, yesterday, Norton Antivirus took £50 out of my account without my permission, and then I tried to get hold of them, and I got through to some guy who was like, well, we can see if it's a malware thing, you gotta give me access to your computer, and I'm like, no, this is obviously a scam. And then I managed to get hold of Norton, who are now gonna put money in my account, but it could, again, take some time, and I'm just, you know, I'm feeling really crap right now, and like so frustrated and so depressed. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that I've been a little bit down lately. That's because my girlfriend of 10.5 months and I broke up. There's loads of personal reasons. Distance got too hard. Everything just fell apart, and we ended up arguing a lot, and there was a lot of insecurity and stuff. I filmed stuff when she was last here that I haven't put on YouTube or put anywhere, and so I was editing that last night, and that just got really overwhelming. And on top of all of that, one of my best friends, Jasmine, and I aren't really friends anymore, and that's a whole long story in itself. And I'm just here house sitting for my aunt, so I've got this house to myself, and honestly I didn't know I'd get so lonely.